Hello and welcome back to the rest of Japan. If you're a returning honoured viewer, arigatou gozaimasu. If this is your first time you're stopping by, hajimemashite. Sorry Japan for butchering the pronunciation. Today we're thrilled to bring you along on an incredible journey through the charming town of Nara, one of Japan's oldest and most historically rich cities. Our adventure will take us to the iconic Todai-ji Temple, a stunning UNESCO World Heritage site and the home of the Great Buddha, or Daibutsu. This massive bronze statue is one of the largest in the world and an awe-inspiring sight to behold. We'll explore the temple grounds, marvel at its intricate architecture and soak in the serene atmosphere. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for some more amazing content from us. We're here at the Shin Fuji station, which is of course at Mount Fuji per our last video, and this time around we're heading off to Kyoto so we can make our way down to Nara. As you can see, the station here is not super duper busy, which is another reason why we like stopping here in between. It's very easy to get onto trains, especially Shinkansens, between stops. I thought it might be interesting to just do a brief video showing how it looks like when you want to board a Shinkansen. You do have to reserve your seats on the Shinkansen when you have luggage. If you don't have any luggage in particular, like a backpack or something, you don't need to do the reservation, but we're carrying suitcases, so we definitely did need to do a reservation. The green car is a bit more fancy, so it is a bit more expensive, but you can also just use the regular car. It's also very comfortable and very spacious. It's a very nice looking room here in Nara. It's all the amenities you could ever need. A bed, whatever that thing is. Air conditioning, of course. Nice little print of a deer on the wall, famous in Nara. So of course from our hotel room we decided to go for a bit of a walk as we wanted to check out some of the temples. And the actual walk through the town from the train station is very close. You've got the information centre with a Starbucks attached to it too, which was right next to it. Here we have Sanjodori Street. Is one of the ones that basically has lots of different shops. Some of them are ancient too. But you can go for a walk up and check out some of the various stalls, gacha machines, nice cafes, so you name it, and it's pretty much up there. At the end of that street, of course, is some of the entrance to the park, which is where you can see some of these temples that we're going to be wandering past. Very interesting. We didn't really go into many of them, partly because they were charging entry fees and such, which is fine, but yeah, we just didn't pay to go in. But we did walk around the park. So some interesting facts about Nara, of course, is that it's got a population of around 370,000 people. It's about 54 kilometers from Kyoto. It's actually closer to Osaka, about 32 kilometers, but still, nevertheless, it's not too far away. But it was the capital of Japan in the year 710 to about 784 AD, that is. So yeah, it's quite a long time ago. This temple area that we're walking around is one of the most famous temple sites, and it's also a UNESCO World Heritage site. The construction for this one started in about 738 AD, so about halfway through the time that it was the capital. It's not just, of course, the temples, it's the park itself and the park lands that surround it. It's very nice to walk through as well, quite serene. It was very hot, of course, whilst we were there because we happened to be there again during basically the peak of summer. But that said, when you're in the shade, it's very, very nice. I definitely get the feeling that during the cherry blossom season, this place would look quite incredible. So Nara Park itself is about 660 hectares, which is about 1,600 acres, which is just massive. Most people don't really tend to fully appreciate how massive it is. Again, because a lot of people do suspect that when they think of a park, they think of it as just being a small, like a local city park. But no, it is giant. It's a state forest equivalent, or a national park, if you will. Very, very big. The deer, Zika as they're sometimes known, a bowing deer. You know, I've seen a couple of them just then. Very cute little creatures. They're very nice. They do tend to get a little bit cheeky. They go wild for senbei, which are rice crackers. You'll see some more of those in the next video as well. Famous places that a lot of people do like to go to is the Nandaimon, the Great South Gate. It was built around about the 12th century, and it's one of Japan's national treasures. It's the largest temple entrance gate in the whole of Japan, and it's about 25 or 26 meters tall. It was built around about 1203 AD, so yeah, quite a while ago. On the left and the right of this as well, there's two 8.5 meter tall guardian deities, the two kings. I didn't get as much footage of them as I would have liked. Through here was free, which was nice, but actually entering into the temple on the other side does cost money. It's not too bad, it's about 800 yen, but it was still, I just didn't want to spend any money on these sorts of things. So the Todai-ji Temple complex itself, which you can see here thanks to Google Maps, is quite big. You can sort of see that the town itself is right on the very edge of it. So it doesn't take you much to get from the city of Nara to the Todai-ji Temple and its estate at large. That temple there was actually completed in 1709 because there was a fire in the 1500s, unfortunately. So it is something of a recreation, but I still think it does look very impressive, all things considered. Of course, that said, that was also burnt down in the year 1100-ish as well. So it's burnt down a few times. I guess that's one of the problems when you build entirely out of wood. The building is, of course, still made entirely of wood. It's about 57 meters wide, about 50 meters long, and I think it's about the same again. It's around about 48 or so meters tall. It's one of the largest wooden buildings in the world. So that's quite impressive in its own right. The statue, which is inside, which I don't have any pictures of, it turns out, was initially cast in the year 752, although, of course, over the years it's sort of fallen apart and had to be rebuilt and so on. So, that's also a little bit newer.